I can't wait to get started in the NBA 2K21 demo, get my players started, and of course, all-time Lakers versus all-time Celtics.
Just out of curiosity, Chris, who has more championship rings?
Yeah, I was gonna talk about the Lakers, but then you bring up that argument, and I really don't have anything to say about it, unfortunately. So that's a low blow.
So I'm going with the Celtics.
I'm gonna go with the Lakers. It's on, Alexis.
It's on, let's go.
Stop. Kobe attacking, and Kobe throws it down hard.
Game time, hang time. Moving the plug in the power, ayy. Came with a charge in my alley, ooh. Charge it again like it's credit, Your team crowd need to edit, yeah. I see face, don't get it, hold up. Ooh, that's dead, need a minute, need a plan to...
And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few moments to prepare for the game and the task ahead. There it is, the Staples Center in Los Angeles, where we're getting set to bring you all of today's action. Good evening and welcome to tonight's presentation of Noche La NBA, an annual tradition in the NBA celebrating diversity and culture, and always a pleasure to bring it to you. With David Aldridge on our sideline, and here with me, Greg Anthony and Steve Smith, this is Kevin Harlan. DA, it's all yours.
Head coach Quinn Snyder is trying to help the Jazz break through in a crowded Western Conference. Snyder said, "There's always challenges, and I'm comfortable with adversity. I just want to keep the right perspective. I've got something that I love to do." And Kevin, he is one of the biggest reasons the Jazz is always a factor.
He is doing a great job. Thank you, DA. We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. Look at the Lakers. Very strong season they've had, always at or near the top of the conference, and right now they're in first place in contention for that, exactly where they want to be as they close in on the postseason. And, of course, there's Utah, 3 spots below.
And you know, for the Jazz, most of the preseason predictions were right on the money when it came to them. I mean, a playoff contender, but not necessarily championship caliber.
I agree. As good as they've been, they do seem like they're missing that true killer instinct that sets the great teams apart from the good ones.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. Inside, we have Ingles and Gobert. And it's O'Neal in at the 3. And for the Lakers, LeBron and Green make up the backcourt. Davis is out there with JaVale McGee. And it's Caldwell Pope in at the small forward position. Here's Conley. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game. You know, Smitty, we know players are getting more nights off around this time of the year. How much did that occur when you were playing in the NBA?
Coaches and organizations really came up to guys when they see they were hurting. You didn't want them to play when they were injured. And then at the end of the season, Kevin, usually you looked and said, ooh, we have the number 6 seed locked up or whatever place locked up. And then that's when you start to get nights off. I don't remember doing it during game 20 and game 30 where guys starting to get nights off.
Los Angeles with another miss. And it's Conley with the ball for the Jazz. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder. From deep, hits it from 3-point range. Conley's got 5 points so far.
Give Conley credit. He's recognized the need to become a knockdown shooter and put in the work.
On the wing, James. On the corner. Yep, that one goes in there.
This is why you're trying to get him as many touches as possible. He's got the knack.
And so just over a minute and a half played. Here's Mitchell. Rebound by JaVale McGee.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
The rim protection at its finest. The result is the same whether you block the shot or simply change it. They are out of rhythm. 1 for 5 so far. You just need to calm down and reward your matchups.
Mitchell. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet.
Few players in the league do a better job of finding the open man than Mike Conley.
Green kicks to Caldwell Pope. LeBron outside. Fires for 3. It's good from long range. LeBron's got his second basket of the game.
Not only is he a deadly shooter from out there, but he is towering over his defender.
Conley with the three. Another shot. Ingles passes to Gobert. Goes up with it again. The shot is good off the backboard.
We've talked about it before. Unselfish, great awareness. Ingles willing to turn down the shot if someone can break free.
And his teammates call him old man, say he looks like a 40-year-old farmer. Joe Ingles, Smitty, much more than meets the eye.
You know what, Kevin? He's a star in his role. He's gotten better and better. He's a guy who can impact winning on a nightly basis.
Offensive rebound. Here's Davis. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
This is what you love about AD. He combines the skill with the great physical attributes. Excellent pump fakes.
On the trade for Anthony Davis, a risk for the Lakers, but they feel, Greg, that both sides will find an extension this offseason.
There is mutual interest from both sides. Lakers made the trade confident Davis would resign. A bit of a leap of faith, but the Lakers did everything they could to secure Davis long term.
That one is off. And with the summer's acquisition of Mike Conley, Greg, the Utah Jazz hoping to make a step in the West.
And really, Mike Conley, their best point guard since they traded away Darren Williams back in 2011. Alongside Bogdanovich, a big upgrade offensively, and he can hold his own on the defensive side as well.
He hits the second from the line.
One of the most productive all-around players in the game. AD has already accomplished a lot individually. Next, winning.
Here's Ingles. That misses off the backboard. Lakers trailed by 3. Waiters outside. High post, Davis. James outside. Shot clock at 5. And Davis with the basket on the assist by LeBron.
That's the thing about AD. He makes you guard him on all 3 levels. This time from mid-range.
Bounce pass Conley. Ingles gets to Conley over James, and he hits the jump shot. 7 points from Mike Conley. LA's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Out to Kuzma. Fires from deep. The shot misses. Now the Jazz take it the other way. Last time they met was in Utah.
Yeah, and last time out, they sort of shot themselves in the foot with the foul trouble. That was what led to them having such an ugly scoreline.
Really a game to forget, all because they spent most of it hacking away.
The drive by LeBron. Kuzma, right side, shoots the 3, score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And proving once again that he has the touch from beyond. Kuzma effective at cashing in there.
Conley, the pass to Mitchell. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That's on Dwight Howard.
And you ask around, his coaches and teammates love Donovan Mitchell. The way he carries himself, really infectious, upbeat, but also a born competitor.
And the first one drops. And going into the 2017 draft, Mitchell was a sleeper. Maybe even Greg to himself, he wasn't sure he was ready to make that leap.
And you know, Kevin, it was the NBA players he was working out with in the summertime who told him, man, you're ready right now. And a season that saw him second in Rookie of the Year votes validated that and built his confidence.
And Mitchell drops them both.
Really a sponge. Donovan Mitchell watches a ton of film, accepts coaching, and applies it. A big part of his rise to stardom.
Now here is Smith. And there's the pass to Waiters. Here's Howard, and Davis sends it back. And so the ball out of bounds. Davis touched it last. The Lakers making a switch here. Morris is checked in. Stolen by Clarkson. In transition, here come the Jazz. Ahead, here's Moutier. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Good job by Mitchell, trusting his teammates, and in turn, that's going to open up opportunities for him.
Pass to Kuzma. Now, here is Morris. Over Davis. And there's Morris. That's good on the assist by Smith. And so Clarkson will bring it up for the Jazz. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Passes it to Davis. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. The Jazz have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. And that one falls for Davis. That one is no good.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
And Kuzma slams it in.
And that's the hustle you love seeing from Kuzma. When he moves like that, he is tough to guard.
And here is Mitchell. 11 points for him in that last game against the Thunder in Oklahoma City.
And he did great work on the defensive end, too, with 3 steals on the night.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. Utah out in front, up 3. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports. LeBron James is the all-time leader in playoff field goals made, and he had this to say about his ability to nail clutch shots.
I always feel like I got it. I always feel like I got it in the clutch, no matter what's going on throughout the course of a game. Even when you're struggling at times or you're not shooting the ball particularly well, I just feel like it's going in.
And you know, Greg, that's the type of confidence you got to have.
The words of a leader. James has proven time and time again that he's dangerous in late-game situations.
Welcome back to Noche Latina, celebrating the Latin culture and their love for the game of basketball. It just keeps growing. What do you guys think about the Jazz here in this one?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Especially at the start. You want to get something positive going and establish your rhythm.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. And so in the game for the Jazz, they've got Davis, Moutier out there with Jordan Clarkson. Then it's O'Neal. And it's Niang in at the 4 slot. Now, here is O'Neal. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Oklahoma City. Isn't it interesting, Smitty, we're seeing guys like Dirk and Vince Carter play into their 40s. I'm wondering if this is a byproduct of improved nutrition and conditioning, and if that accelerates this trend.
I I think it does, Kevin. I also agree to add to that. I think the game is less physical. I think a lot of those guys are taking care of themselves, but when the game is not as physical, it's a lot more perimeter. You can play longer. I'm curious, Kevin, will anybody play into their 50s?
You know, wouldn't that be amazing? That's a good question. Now, here's Kuzma. He has 5. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Takes it from 10. Again, the miss by Morris. Jazz leading by 3. Here's Clarkson. Tries again, and the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
He seems to have just lost his touch. Only 1 for his first 5 here in the quarter.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. And Los Angeles with some changes. JaVale McGee comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And it's Green in for Waiters. Free throw good. Clarkson. And it seems like Jordan Clarkson may have found his niche, Greg, as instant offense coming off the bench.
A perfect fit for a scoring-minded combo guard. Clarkson able to create his own shot and comfortable pulling from all 3 levels.
Now, here is Morris. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Clock at 4. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Jazz leading by 6. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Clarkson looking for an opening. Here's Davis, and it's sent back by Morris. And he gets it back. And Morris has got the ball here for the Los Angeles Lakers. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. And that game closes out the 4-game homestand for him. Smith's shot is good.
Deadly from beyond the arc. JR cannot be left alone.
Clarkson against Green. And the foul called on Danny Green. That is his first foul of the game. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Howard's checked in for JaVale McGee. Anthony Davis comes in for Markieff Morris. Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for Smith. And LeBron's subbed in for Alex Caruso. Then for the Jazz, Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for George Niang. Joe Ingles comes in for Jordan Clarkson. And it's Conley in for Emmanuel Mudiay. Lakers trail by 5. That's good from Caldwell Pope on the assist by LeBron.
He could have tried to force a shot there. Instead, LeBron keeps his eyes up, finds an open teammate.
O'Neal against Caldwell Pope. Conley inside the line. The Jazz again can't hit it. Lakers have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Green passes to Davis. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
You know, perimeter scoring more important than ever. However, Anthony Davis, an elite scorer who still gets it done inside.
And you look at the top scorers in the league, not too many players 6'11" or taller.
Anthony Davis, the Greek Freak, and Karl Anthony Towns, the common thread. They can score facing the basket. All 3
Take a break.
franchise players.
2 shots.
That free throw, no good. The Jazz making a switch here. Mitchell's checked in. And he sinks the second. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Conley, the pass to Davis. Mitchell dishes to Conley. And it's sent back by Howard.
And love seeing Howard rise up and reject shooters. Just a juggernaut on defense.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, over the last few years, there's been a lot of talk about seeding playoff teams 1 through 16, regardless of conference. Now, taking the top 16 teams is a tough sell, especially for owners whose teams are in the relatively weaker Eastern Conference. Taking 8 teams from each conference and then cross-seeding earlier than the finals is something that does seem possible down the road. The reward for fans might be a finals matchup with the 2 best teams in the league. Kevin?
Interesting ideas, David. Thank you. And here is Howard. Michael Conley getting his 3 to go. 1:15 left in the first half of the game. Ingles passes to Conley. Hit the floater, and it's sent back by Howard.
And for his offense, this has just been a brutal period.
Back to James. Lakers working the ball around now. Good D by Mitchell.
And that's okay. Even though you miss, you had the right guy taking the shot.
Pass to Howard. 32 seconds left in the first half of basketball. James, no good. Jazz leading by 3. Over in the corner, Conley. A three-pointer, no good.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
James has a 2-pointer. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. 7 points for LeBron.
Completely in rhythm that time. LeBron working off the catch and shoot.
Now Mitchell. From deep. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Jazz lead by 1. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. AD, you see how they're playing you in the first half. What's the adjustment going to be?
So, we got to come out with a great intensity, and it starts in the warm-up. So we got to come out with a great intensity, great mindset, and try to go out there and win the third quarter.
I have never heard anyone say it starts in warm-ups until now. Thanks, AD. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and the Jet, Kenny Smith. Let's get to it. Utah found themselves in a close game in the first. They saw their lead grow to a high water mark of 5 in the period. They were outscored by just a bit in the second quarter as they go into the break now holding just a 1-point advantage. And Kenny, what'd you see out there from the Jazz?
Well, one place they had the edge was on the offensive board. They converted those extra possessions into points. Nothing is more demoralizing to a defense than forcing a miss and then giving up a second attempt. The offensive glass is going to pay big dividends for them.
Shaq, your take on the Lakers.
Well, they spent a lot of time away from the basket offensively. They need to get in the paint, Ernie. Whether it's running the offense through the low post or on dribble drives, pick and rolls, get into the paint.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side.
My brother.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You look at Michael Conley, what a contribution.
Something has kicked him into gear tonight as he has done work on the offensive end.
Not someone they usually rely on to do this, but you need role guys to step up once in a while and help you out.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. LeBron and Green make up the backcourt. Anthony Davis is out there with Caldwell Pope, and it's McGee in at the center filling out the middle. That's the group starting the second half for Frank Vogel. And that one drops for him.
Donovan Mitchell, he covers every base, even showing the touch from mid-range.
James outside. Caldwell Pope outside. 17-foot shot on the way. James kicks to Davis and out of bounds as Utah gains possession.
And a moment now to check out the numbers for Gobert. Second in field goal percentage, fourth in rebounding, and he's also ranked in the top 10 in blocks per game. No trespassing when he's in the lane.
And you mentioned it, he's the second best shooter in the league right now. Quick trigger with just a little bit better footwork. He could take over that top spot. And the GOAT conversation, LeBron has said his motivation is to surpass Michael Jordan as the greatest of all time. Greg, what do you think he needs to do to bolster his case?
I think for the naysayers, the obvious answer is more rings. You look at the other numbers, including those 8 consecutive finals appearances, LeBron is in the discussion.
Caldwell Pope. And the foul called on Anthony Davis. That's his first foul. J.R. Smith's checked in for Danny Green. Jazz leading by 5. Here's Mitchell. Ingles trying to get open. And it's Mitchell missing.
And the truth is, this league would have been much bigger had he shot better.
McGee, the pass to LeBron. This one for 3. But they'll get another chance. Caldwell Pope finds James. Sinks the triple. LeBron's got 10 points.
Well, defensively, you try to keep LeBron out of the lane, push him outside, but then he drops that on you.
Conley, the pass to Mitchell. It's in there. Conley with the assist. 8 points for Donovan Mitchell.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Now the pass to James. Back to Caldwell Pope. A 3. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got his 5th rebound in this one.
Only 1 for 4 in this half. Sometimes it's execution. Sometimes the shots just don't go down.
Over the taller defender. This is why you have to stay connected to shooters on the perimeter.
And let's give him some credit. He read the situation well. He created some space, and he delivered.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. Some terrific NBA players right now out of Michigan State. Maybe we know that's your alma mater. Which of those guys do you enjoy watching the most?
Kevin, I really enjoy watching all of them because I've got a close relationship with all our Michigan State Spartans. Gary Harris, Draymond Green, Jaren Jackson Jr., Bryn Forbes, Denzel Valentine, and the list goes on. I love because I watch them and I know they're going to come out and play extremely hard because of Tom Izzo and the Michigan State brand of basketball.
Substitution here for the Lakers. Morris is checked in for JaVale McGee. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Anthony Davis. Waiters, he's checked in for Caldwell Pope. And it's Alex Caruso in for LeBron. Utah also making some changes. George Niang, he's checked in for Joe Ingles. Jordan Clarkson comes in for Donovan Mitchell. And it's Moutier in for Mike Conley.
Ugly start to this half. Hitting just 20% from the field. Gotta pick it up.
To Kuzma, lays it up off the glass. Kuzma's got his 3rd basket of the night.
And you have to tip your cap to Kuzma. He absorbs contact well and knows how to adjust his shot.
Inside, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Now here is Smith. Pass to Kuzma. Shot from 12. Rebound, Utah. Gobert's got 7 rebounds in the game. Lets it go with a 3. That one, no good. So the Lakers will take it the other way. Here's Caruso. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Emmanuel Mudiay picks one up.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
Lakers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. First free throw is good. He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. Here's Kuzma. It's deflected. Out to Smith. Fires the three. Rebounded by the Jazz. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. And that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home. Kuzma wants to get it to Morris and does. Back to Kuzma. Shoots over Clarkson. Kuzma can't get it to go. And so Gobert will bring it up for Utah. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half, and the Jazz can't hang on to the ball. Now that we have a second, take a look at the teams that have scored the most points off turnovers over the last 10 games. In third, the Lakers.
I mean, they've gotten a little more aggressive defensively. You can become a more confident team on that end, and so much of it, I think, has to do with forcing turnovers and creating offense.
A defense unto himself. Rudy Gobert regarded by his team as the Utah Jazz version of Bill Russell. I don't know how many shots he's missed this quarter, but they're going to have to find offense from someone else.
And I'm sure next time he sits down, coach is going to have a few choice words for him with that shot selection.
And you know what? He knows it. You have to try to play within the system, or you're going to come away with empty possessions.
And Smitty, the standing reach of Gobert, 9'7". He's around the rim before he leaves his feet.
Yes, Kevin, the most efficient shots in basketball are dunks and layups, and he makes them hard to come by.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Jazz. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, coming into the 2017 draft, Donovan Mitchell wasn't sure he was ready for the NBA. Mitchell said, I worked out in the summer with Paul George and Chris Paul. They were the ones who convinced me to keep my name in the draft. They said, look, you're good enough. Just go out there and show it. Kevin, through a couple of seasons in Utah, that's exactly what Mitchell has done.
He has made an instant impact on the NBA and the Jazz. DA, thank you. Some changes for the Lakers. Dwight Howard's checked in for Markieff Morris, and it's Green in for Smith. And a switcher also for Utah. Ed Davis is checked in for O'Neal. Now, here's Clarkson. He has 5. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Clarkson's got 7.
That's like a horse shot. A very brave shot to go with, but he got it to go.
Waiters finds Green. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Now here's Waiters. Kuzma left side. Over Davis. It's good, and the Jazz lead is cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Kuzma.
And when you give Kuzma that shot, he is going to let it fly. He is so confident in his mid-range.
Now here's Mudiay. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game for the Jazz. Donovan Mitchell comes in for Ed Davis. And it's Mike Conley in for Mudiay. Howard against Gobert. Passes it to Niang. Great tee that time from Green.
something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Jazz leading by 4. The Jazz shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
Shooting 2.
Free throw dropped for Mitchell.
He was a part of that terrific draft class in 2017. Donovan Mitchell was somewhat unheralded, but may turn out to be the best of the bunch.
And Mitchell drops them both.
He's living there tonight, a tough guy to guard without fouling, and the bonus, he's going to knock him down.
To the left wing. Caruso looking for an opening. Off on that one.
Small stature, no matter. Conley competes at the defensive end on the floor.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Utah out in front, leading by 6. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
It's just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. And Utah looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. Inside, we have Ingles and Gobert. And it's Clarkson in at the 3, the small forward. And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for the Utah Jazz. 4-point game. In the corner, it's Clarkson. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got 3 assists now in this one.
Talk about making halftime adjustments. You love what they're doing with him now offensively.
Now here's LeBron. Pass to Howard. Pulls it up. James misses.
It can be a little disheartening when you do everything right and come away with nothing.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
It's a backbreaker for your defense, giving up easy buckets like that.
Now here's Howard. James outside. There's the dish to Green. Over Mitchell. And with that, the Utah lead is cut down to 7 on the bucket from James.
What's so impressive, the defense is trying to make adjustments, but LeBron's making even quicker reads.
Mitchell against Green. Here's Conley. Anthony Davis grabs the miss. Davis has got rebound number 5 here tonight. LeBron passes to Green. Outside for Davis. For 3, Caldwell Pope drills it from outside.
Unselfish play by Davis. He understands that his scoring can only take this team so far. He needs help from the guys around him.
Now here's Conley. And James picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. JaVale McGee's checked in for Los Angeles. O'Neal's checked in for Utah. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. LeBron against Conley. Clock at 6. Yes, that goes in.
It seems like they found their rhythm offensively, and they're shooting the ball much better out of the break.
James finds Davis. Outside, Green. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Good on the bucket. That's 7 points for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope.
Great leadership by LeBron James. What a pass. He's telling everyone, be aggressive, trust one another, make plays for each other.
Now, here's Ingles. Back to Conley. Kicks it out to Mitchell. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got 4 assists now tonight.
And there isn't a lot that they're doing well right now defensively. They just seem to be disconnected defensively in the second.
James outside. From deep three-point range. No good that time. So Utah will take it the other way. Conley gets the bucket. Conley's got 4 this quarter.
What I love about Conley, he always gives this team exactly what it needs. This time, finishing in transition.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
And it boils down to the question, toughness. One team showing it, the other allowing itself to be bullied.
We've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Michael Conley.
And I love that it's been a hard-charging performance. Jump shots have been kind of an afterthought. His main goal has been to attack the rim and put the D in some tough spots and also finishing strong.
And at last, he gets a little redemption. You know, it's been several games since he's been at his best. He's really been having a tough time. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
During that break, Frank Vogel had some real words for his team. He got on his guys about allowing too many paint points. He said, hey, we've got to be scrappier. We've got to be quicker to help, quicker to collapse the lane. You guys know what to do. Now you got to give me the effort. I want to see some nasty. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks. Utah leading by 9. Mitchell looking it over. To the wing right side. And it's Conley that time on the assist by Mitchell. Mitchell's got 5 assists tonight. And Smitty, for teams that tend to go deep into the playoffs year after year, season after season, it takes, I'm assuming, a mental toll as well as a physical toll.
It does, and that mental toll is just as hard as that physical toll on your body and your mind. And I think for teams that have great leadership and development of those young guys that can play some of those minutes, they usually bowl well.
Now Mitchell, after LeBron's three-pointer that didn't go. Mitchell with it. Rebounded by McGee. McGee's got 6 rebounds in the game. And with that shot, the Jazz lead is cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from Caldwell-Pope.
And sweet drive there. KCP, a smooth operator with terrific straight line speed.
And the Jazz call time here. They're in front by 10. 1:41 left to play here in the fourth. call against Green, and the foul called on Danny Green. That's foul number 2 for him. And for a team's schedule that includes 4 games and 5 nights, sports writers have introduced the term schedule losses due to fatigue. I just don't think that's very good, but it's the reality right now.
Yeah, it is. And sometimes, Kevin, you know these games, you travel a lot. Your legs are just done, and that's when you have to rely on a total team, play more guys. But it happens. You can't get out of this quicksand. You're going to have those type of losses.
And the Jazz with possession here. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Conley for 3.
Excellent defense by Anthony Davis. He does not disappoint. Big-time play from AD.
Doing his job on the glass and doing it with force.
And Greg, it's not everybody in the league who can make those kinds of plays.
You know, this is one of his specialties, keeping plays alive, creating second chance opportunities.
Now here's Caldwell Pope from deep. James. O'Neal with the rebound.
Coming out of halftime, he wanted to start strong, yet the opposite happened.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Jazz.
And it may be a comfortable win for him, but, you know, they had to weather a few storms along the way, and that's all part of the story.
Yeah, Kevin, this was by no means the runaway that it might appear to be. It was a scrappy performance, though, all the way through.
And so they'll be advancing their win total to 42 games. And, you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Conley.
He really played at his preferred pace, never let adjustments by the defense speed him up or slow him down.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Yep, that one goes.
And you gotta like that they found something positive here, something that maybe carry overs into the next game.
They put together some great possessions here at the end. It's a shame they could have used this run much earlier.
The pass to O'Neal. And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Rudy. This is a defense-first team. You picked it up in the second half. What changes did you make at the half?
I feel like we weren't focused in the first half defensively, and we just have to come back and communicate and just be focused, you know, and that's what we did.
Attention to detail, Rudy. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Steve Smith, Craig Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. So long, everyone.